Stephen A. Smith, he says that 2015 through 2019, he can say that that's one of the worst eras because it robbed you of competition. You feel what I'm saying? Well, my question to Stephen A. Smith is this. What about 1996 through 1998? What about that? Because after Jordan lost to the Orlando Magic, Jordan, they like to say Jordan retired for 3 years. First of all, he quit. He was in his prime. That's quitting. He quit. And it wasn't 3 years. So he quit after, they won a championship in 93, right? So that means, 93, 94, he was out. That's one season, correct? So 1 year, boom, when they still won 55 games. And they should have went to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they got robbed in Madison Square Garden by Hugh Collins, the referee that robbed them. You feel what I'm saying? Called a foul when it clearly wasn't a foul, and they got robbed in Madison Square Garden. Y'all could go look, y'all could go YouTube or Google that shit all y'all want to. It's out there. But at the end of the day, they won 55 games that year. Scottie Pippen was second or third in MVP voting. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no team LeBron was on go out there winning 55 games. Never. They kept on winning. Matter of fact, when LeBron left the team, they did keep winning. They won so much, they hit the lottery. Every year, they kept hitting the lottery because they lost so many goddamn games. So they was winning. They was getting the lottery pick. You feel what I'm saying? They damn sure wasn't winning 55 games, though. You feel what I mean? So like I said, 93, 94, he was out. Okay? 94, 95, he was out majority of the year. But in that documentary, he came back and practiced 3 months with the team. 3 months with the team. They stated that in the documentary. He practiced 3 months with the team, and then he played the last 17 games. You feel what I'm saying? So all of this, he retired for 3 years and came back and won 3 more in a row. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did not. He came back, practiced 3 months with the team, 94, 95, and then played the last 17 games. And in those last 17 games, Michael Jordan was 27, 7, and 5. That's what he was. You feel what I'm saying? 27, 7, and 5. Busting niggas look like Michael Jordan to me. You feel what I'm saying? And in the playoffs that year, the first round, in the playoffs, he averaged 32 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists on 47% from three-point and 50% from the field against the Hornets. They beat the Hornets' ass 3-1. He had 48 in game 1. Looked like Michael Jordan to me. But when they went against the Magic, see, that's Shaq and Penny. That's a better team. That's a better team, and they lost to him. They lost, and he turning the ball over to end the game and getting ripped at the end of the game. I'm talking about Jordan had the last game-winning shot, and instead of taking the shot, he passed out of it, and it led to a turnover. And then I think to end the series, Game 6, didn't he get ripped by Nick Anderson? Huh? So at the end of the day, they went against a better team and they fucking lost. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, in that documentary, they said, the Michael Jordan wanted Dennis Rodman. Well, Phil Jackson said no. I'm sorry, Scottie Pippen said no when Phil Jackson asked him. You know what I mean? They like to say, he just came back. No. Ain't nobody hearing that shit. No, he wanted Dennis Rodman because they couldn't fucking handle the Orlando Magic. Now, understand this. Scottie Pippen said no to this. He said no. Michael Jordan said yes. Well, hold on, wait a minute. That's Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Harper, and Kukoc. Look at that squad right there. You got Jordan, who at that time was the greatest ever. At that time. Then you had Scottie Pippen, who was the greatest two-way player ever. You feel what I'm saying? And then you had Dennis Rodman, who was the greatest rebounder ever, one of the top 5 defenders ever, and also a 2-time champion. And you had Harper, and then you had Kukoc, who was the greatest European player at that time. Bro, that's 3 Hall of Famers on that team. Nobody else had that. Nobody else in the league had 3 Hall of Famers of that caliber. Then nobody had 3 Hall of Famers, period. Nobody had that. And then you had Tony Kukoc on top of Ron Harper. You feel what I'm saying? So, it was clear who was going to win. It was clear. So, just like that right there, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Harper, Kukoc. Bro, when you add Dennis Rodman to that team, that's a super team. That's a super team. And Michael Jordan okayed that. Phil Jackson went to Scottie, of course, right? But you're going to go to the top dog. You're going to go to the top dog. If I'm the guy, if I'm number 1 and he number 2, you're going to go to 2 first. All right, cool. Because I'm going to think, you're going to want the number 1 guy last. All right, that's fine. You're going to come to me. If Michael Jordan says no, Dennis Rodman is not on the Chicago Bulls. He knew what he was doing. He remember them busting that ass in the playoffs in the final with the Pistons. He remember that. Locking that nigga up in the fourth quarter. I want to say this was the 88 playoffs. I think, if I'm not mistaken, locking that man up in the fourth quarter, held him to 1 of 7 from the field in his shorts in the fourth quarter. He remember Dennis Rodman rebounding, changing. That's how Dennis Rodman changes the game. Dennis Rodman is a world beater. He's a game changer. Dennis Rodman swings the pendulum of power. That's what he does, and that's what he did for the Bulls. He did that. Jordan knew he could do that. That's why he said yes. And people act like he don't want to. He don't need no. Yeah, he do. Yes, he does. That's a super team that was okayed by Jordan. So and it was clear who was going to win. The Bulls was favored in every single finals, and even more so when they got Dennis fucking Rodman. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody was betting against the Bulls. They was favored in every fucking thing, every finals, bro, against the teams they were playing against who were not great teams. Nobody looks at the teams that the Bulls play in the finals and say, that's a great team in the history. It's not. They're not. You feel what I mean? So if KD going to Golden State, it makes it not an era. You feel what I'm saying? Then surely the Bulls from 96 to 98, that was not an era because we already knew who was going to win. We already knew that. There was no mystery. There was no mystique. Period. So you can't have it both ways. If that wasn't an era, then neither was 96 to 98 because we all knew the Bulls was going to win. When you got Jordan, Pippen, Harper, Kukoc already, and then you add Dennis Rodman, stop it, Stephen A. Smith. Stop it.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah.